wrong ones part ways, right ones find their way. Here is a garden that awakens the inner strength of women, helping you understand yourself, love yourself, cultivate intimate relationships, and resolve emotional solace. The article I'm sharing with you today is titled "What to Do If You Don't Get Married When You're Old." These single women give the most impressive answers. Let's listen together. Have you ever thought about what to do if you don't get married when you're old? A friend said that since breaking up with her ex-boyfriend, she's been single. She increasingly feels that she might spend her whole life alone. It's not that she doesn't desire marriage or hasn't dated several men, but all her relationships ended for various reasons, leaving her exhausted. She said that in recent years she's been yelling about wanting a partner, yet she never actively pursues anyone or accepts others' confessions. She feels content being single but often envies others who are in relationships. She has thought about what she would do if she never gets married in her lifetime. She worries about falling ill with no one to take care of her and dying unnoticed. Many young people who share her sentiments have considered compromises. Some desperately go on blind dates arranged by their parents, through matchmaking websites, or introduced by friends. As long as the match is decent in various aspects, they accept it, aiming to marry and have children before turning 30 to secure their future. However, there are still more people who, at 30 and unmarried, fear being left behind and growing old alone, becoming victims of single anxiety. It seems like everyone is reminding them that not getting married leads to a miserable old age. Even if you're married, you'll still face loneliness. Believing that marriage and children can prevent loneliness in old age overlooks the dimension of time. The truth is that everyone is inevitably destined to face loneliness until death. Unmarried individuals who grow old can still live fulfilling lives. In Japan, there is a group of elderly singles living together. Thanks for listening so far. This channel is for everyone to improve better daily. If any of the words or sentences are helpful, then both my team and I will be very happy. Subscribing and following will help keep us moving forward. Let's get back to sharing. The group consists of only 7 old ladies, aged between 71 and 83, all of whom are single. Some have never been married, some decided to live alone after experiencing several relationships, and some divorced after marriage and raising children. For instance, 78-year-old Yukiko Murata, a former NHK announcer, continues to interview elderly people. 81-year-old Lai Zizhu from Sichuan, despite suffering from arrhythmia, engages in active rehabilitation training every day. As a psychological counselor, Asada Riko still goes to the clinic to work every day. They lead individual lives without bothering one another, but in case of emergencies they can press the SOS button on the wall, and everyone in the building will hear the alarm. This way they can avoid tragic situations where no one knows if someone has died. However, not all matters, big or small, receive assistance, as they adhere to the principle of not providing nursing care. This means that even if someone falls seriously ill, they won't receive help with daily activities like eating, dressing, or bathing. This might sound cruel, but the purpose of forming this elderly group is to allow them to age with dignity until death, rather than seeking dependence or simply relying on illuminated lifebuoys. During holidays they celebrate together, such as during cherry blossom season, traveling together, watching fireworks, occasionally gathering to discuss poetry, philosophy, and life, and having afternoon tea. These activities accompany them as they grow older. They dislike the life in nursing homes, feeling too regimented, and also dislike relying on their children or spouses. Instead, they make use of existing social welfare services to do what they love, living independently. Honestly, I envy their lives. If one day, when we grow old, we can say what one of these old ladies said, "It's so interesting that there's only one sentence on my tombstone after I die. I'll die without regrets, it would be wonderful." Psychology master Owen Yalong once said that facing loneliness, one must have the right attitude, understanding that loneliness is the background of existence. Only with the courage to endure it can one truly love others. If you love someone out of fear, you can't establish a real connection. I hope that when your parents pressure you to marry because they fear growing old alone, you can show them this article. I also hope that you don't enter into marriage just to avoid growing old alone. Of course, if you want to get married, I have no reason to stop you. After all, the great George Bernard Shaw said, "Those who want to marry, marry; those who want to stay single, stay single. In the end, you'll all regret it anyway." The world loves you, and I love you. This article ends here. A PFT. If you find it helpful, please share it. Your likes and shares are our greatest motivation. I hope you have new insights every day. Here, you'll never be alone.